Welcome back to the courtroom, where justice, emotion, and consequence collide. Today, we're diving into the state of Texas versus Ricky James Johnson, a case filled with heartbreak, remorse, and irreversible decisions. Johnson, facing a first-degree murder charge, stands accused of taking the life of Corey Dante Green Jr., but there's more beneath the surface from a plea deal that stuns the courtroom to an emotional storm from the victims. Family that will leave you speechless. Was 40 years enough for a life taken too soon? Stay tuned. This case will challenge what justice really means.
All right, we now call 21-38438. We recall this case that we are in trial for, the state of Texas versus Ricky James Johnson. The defendant was indicted for the first-degree felony of murder. What are our plans today here, gentlemen?
Going to be a plea to the murder for 40 years and dismiss the aggravated assault.
Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this indictment and arraignment, Mr. Matuska, on his behalf?
Yes,
We
sir.
proceed in summary. In summary, Mr. Johnson, this indictment alleges that on or about September 12, 2021, in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the first-degree felony of murder by causing the death of Corey Dante Green Jr., and you used a deadly weapon, namely a fire. Do you understand what you have been charged with here, sir?
Yes, sir.
If convicted of this first-degree felony, you face a term of life imprisonment or any term of not more than 99 years or less than 5 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand the punishment range here?
Yes, sir.
An agreement has been reached here during this trial where you would be waiving a further jury trial, pleading guilty, and sentenced to 40 years confinement in prison. And cause number 21-38439, an aggravated assault indictment that is also filed against you, that case will be dismissed. Is this your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
If I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal of your case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Either cases. How do you plead to this indictment charging you with the first-degree felony of murder, guilty or not guilty?
Guilt.
Sir?
Guilt.
Are you pleading guilty voluntarily and because you are guilty of what this alleges?
Yes, sir.
Show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign that document voluntarily? Discuss it with your attorney, or the contents alter incorrect here? State's Exhibit 1 is tendered into evidence
No objection.
and without objection admitted. Among other things, this states that you are mentally competent to enter your guilty plea. It's freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictment's been read to you. You've read it. You were guilty of the crime charged in any lesser included offenses. You were giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses. You were totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All of this is true. It states, so help you God. True?
True.
State's Exhibit 1 is part of the record for all purposes. Pre-sentence report is waived here.
Yes, sir.
If nothing further, I'm going to follow this agreement that's been reached by the parties, and I'm going to find.
As the judge delivers the guilty verdict, notice the calm precision in every word, voluntarily, mentally competent, beyond a reasonable doubt. These aren't just phrases. They're the backbone of a legally airtight plea. The defendant's 40-year sentence may sound heavy, but it represents a deal, one that spared him a potential life sentence. In Texas, the use of a firearm automatically enhances the charge, sealing his fate further. What's powerful here is the emotional restraint of the courtroom. Even the judge, while professional, carries the weight of irreversible loss. What would you feel hearing your life reduced to a number?
Follows that you, Ricky James Johnson, you are pleading guilty to this first-degree felony of murder voluntarily. You're mentally competent to do so. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading guilty. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this first-degree felony of murder. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this offense, and I am following this agreement. You were hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 40 years. You will be given credit for all time you have served in accordance with this case. Also, the judgment shall reflect that a deadly weapon, namely a firearm, was used in the commission of this offense. Do you understand what has happened today, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand, sir? Okay. Anything else to add on this agreement and hearing from the defense? God bless you. And from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I believe there's going to be some allocution.
Yes, sir. There is an allocation.
Oh, tell me when you're ready, and you may be seated, sir. Here. Go ahead when you're ready.
We, the family of Courtroom, rightly say that a heart full of grief and pain that will never truly heal. Court of the son, stepson, brother, father, and friend, a young man full of life, love, and time. His life was taken from us in a senseless act of violence, fueled by jealousy, and our family will never be the same. Corey was a good-hearted person who cared deeply for his loved ones. He had a grim courtesy and was excited to become a father. Tragically, he never got the chance to meet his son who was born after his death. That innocent child was growing never known his father's voice, his touch, or his love. And that is the pain no family should have to live.
This is where the emotion takes over. As the victim's family speaks, the courtroom shifts from legal formalities to raw humanity. Every word, "never got the chance to meet his son, his life was stolen," hits like a gavel to the heart. These victim impact statements are not just procedural. They're designed to make the convicted confront the human cost of their crime. You can almost feel the silence between words. For the family, this isn't closure. It's a lifelong sentence of grief. Viewers, what do you think? Can forgiveness and justice truly coexist?
The loss of Corey has left a hole in my heart that cannot be filled. His mother, father, and siblings grieve every day. He absolutely felt at every family gathering, every holiday, and every choir member. The impact of Corey's death reaches beyond our family. His friends and the most of all his son have been robbed of the chance to experience the man he was becoming. Corey will never get to teach his son how to ride a bike, watch him go, or guide him through leash. That opportunity was stolen just as Corey's life was stolen from him. We stand before this court asking for justice, not out of anger, but because Corey's life mattered. The actions of Ricky took away a father, a son, and a soul who meant so much to so many. Corey will forever live in my heart and memories. Through his life, though his life was cut short, his spirit remained faithful, especially in his son.
Nice one, saying. Okay. Trying to say about keeping the profession as possible. Okay, I'm listening.
And please introduce yourself, sir, and tell us how you were related to the parties, either the victim or the defendant.
My name is Tyrese Edwards. I'm his first cousin
Of
Corey Green.
the victim in this case.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go. You may proceed when you're ready, sir.
Ricky, I wish you would have handled the situation different. I wish I just would have probably kept in the streets, scratched something. You ain't had to knock him down, but especially a woman that's going to end up doing something else to somebody else that you about to lose your free time. Like, we still care, and she out in the other world going on down. And now I lost a cousin. My heart. I don't know what to say. I hope. I don't know. Ain't really talk. But just know we messed up about this. Can't deal with it. I wish it never happened. Because I was down at the very beginning. Saying it all go down. I didn't see that go down, but other things go down. And I just wish I could have handled that situation a whole different. That way you could have been free, well, my cousin would still been here. It's not, like I said, at the same time, she gonna still be out in the streets doing her own thing while you over here riding for a female that really didn't even care about you. Or got you all in a situation that could have been avoidable. Just wish I just wouldn't up the street, man. Stretch it out and call it a day. That way he would have still been living and you would have been out in the free world. I hope we learn from this course. She was saying. Just introduce that person.
My name is Special, and
How are you related to the victim?
I was his baby mother. Little baby mother.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Corey was an amazing person. He really was. People always tried to paint him out to be this person that he wasn't, but he was really and truly a good person. He didn't deserve it. especially like his cousin said, over someone who could care less. Cause she's gonna be living her life and you finna be in here. Well, you finna be in there for a long time. And it wasn't worth it. And I just hope and pray that you learn from your mistakes and you realize life is too short. Your freedom can be gone within an instant. And of course we have, that was my fiance. I loved him. He loved my daughter like that was his own. That, that's her world. I still get asked to this day, when is my daddy coming home? Where is my daddy? And I don't know what to say to that. I have an 8-year-old girl that doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know what to say. She asked me on the day, Mommy, where's my daddy? When is he coming home? How do you explain it to an 8-year-old? How do you explain it to an 8-year-old? I just hope for healing and hope that you just learn from what you did. That's all.
Thank you. Anyone else?
For your own years, like when it first happened, I had so much hate in my heart. I was pregnant. My brother was waiting for my son. It was my first son. He was so excited. 2 weeks later, you took him away. Like it hurted me so bad, I almost lost my child. And I had so much hatred in my heart for you. But like looking you in your face right now, like the hatred is gone. Like I believe in God. And in order for God to forgive, you have to forgive. You have to forgive. But like I'll never forget this pain. I lived this pain every day, and I fully did not get to grieve my son. I mean my brother's sorry, and I still had kids, so I just couldn't. And then growing up, all I had was my brother. We didn't have no mama. We didn't have no daddy. That was all I had. And you just took my whole life. You know, I just want to know why. Like, can we just know why?
Can't ask a question. I'm sorry. We're not allowed to. Like this. Thank you, Judge.
Anything else? If not, we are in recess on this case.
And with that final recess, the courtroom empties, but the echoes of pain remain. Ricky James Johnson walks away with a 40-year sentence, a deal that closed a chapter but didn't heal the wounds left behind. This case reminds us that every courtroom victory is shadowed by loss. The law may deliver a verdict, but it can't restore what's been taken. If you found this breakdown as powerful as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real courtroom stories that challenge your sense of justice. Until next time, stay sharp and stay aware. The truth is always in session.